Consumer credit counseling is a very effective tool for many people who have too much debt and cannot find a solution on their own. However, recent government investigations reveal that there are some unscrupulous private for-profit debt advisory services that will cost you more than they will save you. That is why you should always use a nonprofit, community-based credit counseling service. In Brandon's blog below, he explains the ins and outs of consumer credit counseling in Canada, the costs, the benefits, and the alternatives. Brandon guides you through the process, covering key aspects such as debt management plans, budgeting tools, and creditor negotiations. With consumer debt reaching $2.3 trillion in Canada, it's essential that you understand your options. My name is Ira Smith, president of Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. Both Brandon Smith and myself are available to answer any questions you may have, either about this Brandon's blog or anything else at all. So shoot us a message, give us a phone call. We would love to speak with you. Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. is a true family business. We are not for everyone, but if we decide to accept you as a client, we will treat you like family, we will give you the respect you deserve, and we will give you top-notch professional advice and assistance all the way through from start to finish to allow you to live a debt-free, stress-free life, starting over, starting now. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video and you find the information helpful.
All right, let's get right into it. Today we're talking about something that hits close to home for so many people: consumer credit counseling. It's often held up as this amazing lifeline when you're drowning in debt, but as you're about to see, it's a world where you really, really need to know what you're doing. I mean, does that question just land? You know that feeling. It's like a weight, right? The bills just keep piling up, the phone never stops ringing, and the stress follows you around all day. It can feel like you're completely on your own with it. But here's the thing you absolutely have to remember. You are so not alone in this. And even better, there are actual real solutions out there. So our goal here is to basically hand you the map to help you find your way through. So, okay, first things first, let's talk about how this is supposed to work. You know, in a perfect world, what does good, legitimate credit counseling actually look like? And how is it designed to help you? At its heart, it's all about getting you back in control. A proper agency, and this is key, is usually a nonprofit. They work with you. This isn't just about them crunching numbers. It's about teaching you the ropes, helping you with the budget, and giving you a solid plan to get back on solid ground. And the process itself is actually pretty straightforward. First, they sit down with you and just look at everything. And I mean, it's totally confidential, no judgment whatsoever. Then, if it seems like the right move, they build what's called a debt management plan, or a DMP. From there, they basically become your champion. They go to bat for you with your creditors. And it's not like they just send you on your way. They stick with you, offering support and education the whole time. And this is where you can really start to breathe again. A good DMP can be a total game changer. Imagine taking those insane credit card interest rates and slashing them, sometimes way down into the single digits. And all those separate bills you're juggling, poof, they get rolled into one single, predictable monthly payment. And maybe the best part of all, the phone stops ringing, the collection calls stop, you finally have a clear path with a finish line in sight. Okay, so that's the good news. That's how it's supposed to work. But, and this is a big but, there's a darker side to this whole industry. We have to talk about it because a recent government investigation basically blew the lid off some really serious problems. And look, this isn't just some random opinion. This is coming straight from the top. Canada's federal bankruptcy regulator. They put out a paper in late 2023, basically sending up a flare, saying, hey, there's a whole bunch of shady advisors out there who are really hurting people, the very people who came to them for help in the first place. And get this, the amount of money involved is just, wow. We're talking about almost $1 million every single month. That's money being drained away from struggling Canadians in totally unnecessary fees by these questionable companies. So, how do you spot these bad actors? You need to know the red flags. Think of this as your defense kit. First, if anyone demands a big chunk of money up front, that's a bad sign. If they use high-pressure sales tactics, trying to rush you, huge red flag. Another classic is if they claim they work with the government. And maybe the biggest one of all, if they do anything to keep you from speaking directly with a licensed insolvency trustee, you have to ask yourself, what are they hiding? All right, to make the right call for you, you've got to see the whole playing field. Credit counseling is a fantastic option, but it's not the only option. So let's lay out all the cards on the table so you can see how everything stacks up. Okay, this is a super important one to get. The difference between credit counseling and debt settlement. They sound similar, but they are worlds apart. With counseling, you pay back everything you owe, just with way better interest rates. Your credit takes a small hit, but it bounces back pretty fast. Debt settlement, now that's a different beast. They promise you'll pay back less than you owe. Sounds great, right? Well, the catch is that it absolutely wrecks your credit score. The fees can be insane, like 15 to 25%, and there's zero guarantee your creditors will even go for the deal. Now let's look at the more formal legal options, like a consumer proposal or bankruptcy. As you can see here, with credit counseling, there are no courts involved, and it's all private. But with a proposal or bankruptcy, you're now in a formal legal process. It goes on your public record, and the impact on your credit score, it's much more severe and lasts a lot longer. We're talking 6 or 7 years. Not only that, but some of your assets could be at risk. These are powerful tools for sure, but they're really for situations where the debt is just completely unmanageable. So what about a debt consolidation loan? You know, just taking out one big loan to pay off all the small ones? Well, here's the problem. To get that new loan, you have to qualify for more credit. And if you're already in debt and your credit is hurting, well, that's going to be tough. Credit counseling is totally different. It works with the debt you already have. No new loan applications, which makes it a much more realistic option for a lot of people. Okay, so now you know the landscape. You know the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's get to the most important part. How do you actually find the good guys and take that first crucial step toward financial freedom? Before you sign on the dotted line with anybody, you need to go in armed with these questions. Be direct. Ask them, what are all of your fees and when do I have to pay them? Ask, are you an accredited nonprofit? Make them tell you exactly how this is going to affect your credit score. And here's a big one. A legitimate agency will always talk to you about all your options, even if it means sending you to someone else. That's how you know they truly have your back. Honestly, if you remember one thing from all this, make it this. Look for accredited, nonprofit agencies. It's that simple. Their whole reason for existing is to help you, to educate you, not to make a profit off your situation. And that difference is the single best sign that you're in the right place. So, there you have it. The knowledge is yours now. But you know, information is only powerful when you use it. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. What's one thing, just one small step, that you can do today to start taking back control?